Time now to tell you about Running to Stop the Traffic 2011. It's a 24-hour gig. The organiser is Harry Salnikow, who joins me on the phone now. Afternoon, Harry.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me what the traffic we're talking about here is what?
Human trafficking,
Right.
big problem in the world. In Nepal, there are estimated between 7,000 and 15,000 people trafficked every year.
Mm-hmm.
So we are, myself and 5 other high school kids,
Right.
16, 17 years old, are organizing a 24-hour race around Lugard Road this Saturday to stop human trafficking.
Right. How did this come onto your radar then? Obviously, it is a massive problem.
Well, a friend of mine actually set up the race last year. This is the second year that the event has been running, and it was a problem close to his heart.
Okay.
And he knew the head of the charity, Philip Holmes, very well.
Okay.
And so it was the obvious choice.
Okay, good for you. The Esther Benjamin's Trust. Tell me about that.
The Esther Benjamin's Trust works in Nepal and northern India. They rescue children who have been sold into slavery in brothels and circuses, and they rescue the children, return them to their homes, or if they are afraid that the children will be resold, they'll keep them in. They have 2 centers where they care for and educate 131 children.
Yeah. So basically, we're talking about organised crime here. I don't know how much research you've done on this, but in your opinion, is it kind of like we see when this is tackled in movies? It's all straightforward in movies, I know, but does that give us a clue?
Well, there's a big problem in the world with human trafficking. There's slavery happening in every single country in the world, apart from Greenland, I think. So it's really quite a serious problem, and it doesn't get as much press as it probably should.
Right. I'm sure it's very dangerous for those trying to stop it too.
Yes, there have been many death threats, I know, to Philip Holmes. But the work he's doing is just incredible. I mean, he saved so many young lives in Nepal and northern India.
Well, that's what it's all about. So what do people have to do this weekend?
Well, this weekend we have 350 students from 15 high schools in Hong Kong.
Okay.
All running for 24 hours in a relay-style race around Lugard Road on the Peak.
Right.
They're all getting sponsored, and whichever school runs the furthest distance combined in 24 hours wins.
Okay.
So we've got 350 kids running. We've got 200 people helping out marshalling the event, and it's entirely organized student run, which is what's so special about this event.
Brilliant. So you're talking about being sponsored. Are there any other ways you're raising money, or is it purely through sponsorship?
Well, you can sponsor the runners of the school. We have an online donation. We have a website, 24hourrace.org.
Okay.
We have a donations page there. You can, if you want to get in contact with us, send us an email at admin@24hourrace.org. We can tell you how to donate. We're hoping to raise $500,000 Hong Kong dollars.
You should be able to do that, I reckon. What do you think you want to use this money for? Granted, it goes to the places you've just said, but specifically, what's needed?
Specifically, the Esther Benjamin's Trust will use it to build a full-time center. They have problems being seen as a foreign-funded charity with rent, so they're going to be building a permanent home for all the children, a school and a residential facility. And they will probably be conducting some more raids on circuses to save some more young children.
So you say raids. I mean, what kind of people do they have doing this sort of thing? Are they police or private?
They're working in closely with the government and with the police. They're doing everything they can, and you know, it's a big problem, and loads of people want to see it fixed. So they're getting a lot of help, but it's like I said, it's a very big problem to be taking on.
Have you had much interest being in Hong Kong? I mean, I hate to say it, but sometimes when things aren't really to do with this town, people don't tend to give too much of a hoot. Have people shown interest in this?
Oh yeah, there's been loads of interest. I mean,
good.
we've doubled from last year, more than doubled the participation in our fundraising goal.
Right.
And our sponsors have been very generous. From corporate sponsors alone, we've raised $250,000, and the schools themselves are still donating. And what I think is so special about this event is because we're getting 650 high school kids involved.
Yeah.
They're gonna care about this. They're gonna know, running to stop the traffic, running to stop human trafficking.
Good for you.
And they're gonna take this positive experience, this race, and they're gonna remember it for the rest of their lives.
That's the way to go. It starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday. Just mention the schools.
The schools participating are American International, Canadian International, Chinese International, Hong Kong International,
Yep.
German Swiss, Lee Potion United World College.
Mm-hmm. That's enough to begin all the big schools, basically.
Yeah, all the big international schools.
Well, best of luck to you, Harry. Thanks for you're doing Facebook as well, I'm assuming.
Yes, we have a Facebook page, Running to Stop the Traffic, and we have a blog, news.24hourrace.org.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way to keep up to date with what we're doing.
Brilliant. Best of luck. Well done. Thanks for joining me on the program.
All right.
See you, mate. Bye-bye.